Court finds the admission freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Going to revoke and terminate probation, give you 6 months.
Community control.
Community control, followed by 18 months regular probation, reimpose all original terms and conditions. And is he adjudicated already or adjudicated?
Judge, he was adjudicated already.
Adjudicated. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So unless you're being held on something else, so you should get out community control, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That's it.
Okay, good luck, Dina.
All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah, you still need to talk with them, so.
All right, Winston Lanehart. We are here, represented by Mr. Williams, on a violation of probation.
Judge, I'm going to enter a denial for Mr. Lanehart. His new law violations arraignment's not until March 28th, and I'll just leave him on for that.
All right, March 28th, your attorney is pled you denied.
That's
a
correct.
denial, so we'll set you for March 28th. Maybe we can get it resolved. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I think he, never mind, sorry. All right, Mr. Lanehart.
Charles Kemp, who's under this here.
Judge, this matter was originally set on on Tim's service by mistake. I've spoken with Tim, spoken with the client. I'll go ahead and be representing him from now on. And we're just going to enter a denial to the violation of probation at
Is
this
this,
point.
who is this gentleman?
This is Charles W. Kemp. It's 23 CF 2674.
Okay, Charles Kemp. All right, so your attorney is, you are here on a violation of probation arraignment. Your attorney has entered a denial, meaning he's denying that you violated, and we'll set it for what day?
Judge, the basis for this are a couple of misdemeanors, so. we
Said
can
March
probably-
28th, maybe get it resolved. If you get those
Maybe.
resolved, maybe it'll take care of everything, so.
Thank you
Okay.
very much, Judge.
All right, thank you. Move him up if you can get it all resolved.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
Thank you, sir.
About Austin Geis. Do we have an Austin Geis? Geis, G-U-I-C-E?
With Mr. Gibbs, I believe.
He's what?
That's with Mr. Gibbs. That client's with Mr. Gibbs.
A client, Mr. Geis. Is he supposed to be here?
He is, he's back.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Take it up to the court.
Your Honor, if we can address Mr. Jackson again,
All right,
he violated for not having a place to stay. The court just put him on community control and he doesn't have a place to stay. I don't want to bring him back in a week.
want to give him extra standard probation instead of community control?
It's up to the court, Your Honor.
All right, what did I give him? 6 months community
6 months
control?
Community control followed by 18 months probation.
I'll make the probation 24 months regular probation instead of community control.
Mr. Jackson, is that acceptable to you, sir?
Is that
Okay.
okay?
He indicated it is.
I'll modify that sentence to make it 24 months regular probation, no community control.
Same terms and conditions.
Yeah.
And supervision fees waived.
Yeah.
Thank
Try to get a place to stay.
Right, he can transfer, he's given us several different
Colorado?
addresses. We're just trying to help him.
I got you. I'm trying to understand. Colorado, you said? Colorado?
Yes, yes, sir.
Where?
It's Denver, Colorado. That's where I stayed before. My sister,
All right, well, let's see if we can get you, if it's acceptable, we'll see if I can get you transferred. Being on standard probation is much easier than being on community. Okay.
And just so the court understands and Mr. Jackson understands, there's that $100 fee he has to pay before we can even begin the transfer process.
Well, maybe someone can contribute that to you, I don't know, or
Maybe
something. but
somebody in Denver can help.
In Denver can help you out, okay. All right, thank you. Maybe your sister can help you out with that.
But thank you, Judge.
All right, so that's modified. Okay, yes, Mr. Williams. Okay, who we got here?
Judge, this is Stephanie Medina. She's got a new law violation that we brought up yesterday. We're still trying to get it resolved. I'm just going to enter a denial for her and ask that it track with the new law violation.
All right, what we got, April 22nd?
I think so, Judge. I don't have those files, and it looks like the clerk's computer hadn't been updated yet.
All right, we'll put Ms. Medina to track with her new law violation.
And Judge, if we can get it resolved quicker, we will.
All right.
I filed a bond motion for her. I don't recall when it's set for. I think it may be on for the 7th anyway.
March 7th.
Okay, we'll see you in a few days. Thank you.
I'm ready on Harp.
All right, Mr. Hart, come on up.
Judge, give me just a moment here.
Another issue, but definitely does. Okay. No, this will resolve the case. The case will be over. We'll talk to probation. Once you've got some other case hold, then you'll be out on probation. You understand, you got the right to a trial on this.
Sir. And let me get your signature right here. You need to talk with me further about anything.
I may, if you don't mind, call you and get some more advice later on just handling certain situations as far as making sure I'm following the right guidelines and trying to do right by law and all. I don't want to screw up anymore.
Yeah, you can do that if it's something where I can give you advice.
All right, I
on.
gotta take my wife to some concert or something tonight, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir. We're done.
Told me I gotta get court done, so thankfully we may get it done, but at this rate, I'm not sure. But
I give you this caution, Mr. Williams, right? Okay. Yours, thank you.
all right, Mr. Hart, would you please raise your right hand and be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this course is true, so help you God.
I do.
This is 22 CF 1959 and 24 CF 321. You want to enter a no contest plea to a violation of probation, which you are admitting, and then also enter a no contest plea to driving license suspended or revoked, a third-degree felony. You understand that? Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir, I did.
You understand the rights you're waiving by entering this admission and this plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission and plea?
Sir,
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
no, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Williams has done for you on your case?
I am.
All right, the court finds the plea and admission is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. You're judged guilty. Court's going to revoke and terminate probation. Sentence you to a new term of 1 year probation. Reimpose the original conditions. Standard costs and fees. I'm not sure what this,
Clear his driver's license, I think that's what you're probably looking for.
clear driver's license?
Yes, sir. In other words, he may not be able to get a driver's license.
Oh,
He
if-
may be
if-
suspended for something that's time-based, but otherwise clear it so that once the suspension is lifted, he can get it.
Well, I don't have any authority over Department of Motor Vehicles,
Well,
so
yes, sir.
get you a license as soon as you can. Okay?
I will.
All right. Yeah, concurrent. They're both, both these 1 year probation concurrent. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
And the supervision fees, Judge?
Yep, waived.
And if we can put attempt to clear driver's license?
Tempt.
All right.
All right, Mr. Powell.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Judge, I've got the score sheet on Mr. Jackson.
Okay. Is this Truitt or Trivet?
Trivet. It's
Trivet.
Clark Andrew Trivet.
Okay.
Judge, we're before the court on a violation of probation. The violation was based on a new arrest. We have we've reached a plea agreement with the state for both cases. Case number 21 CF 2024 is the violation of probation case,
All right.
and it's Mr. Trivet would be entering a admission to the violation of probation. And then in 24 CF 291, he'd be entering a no contest plea to both counts as charged.
All right,
Be
Mr.
for 12 months community control with a GPS monitor. If I could approach.
All right. Mr. Trivet, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give before this court is the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is State of Florida versus Clark Andrew Trivet, 21 CF 2024 and 24 CF 291. You want to admit that you violated probation and enter a no contest plea to the charge of, let's see, failure to report change of vehicle ownership and failure to report another vehicle ownership under a, is that a sex registration crime?
Yes, sir. it is.
Okay. So you want to make that, admit you violated probation and enter a no contest plea to those two charges, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
understand the rights you're waiving by entering this admission and this no contest plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission and no contest plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Powell has done for you on your case?
Yes, sir, I am.
Court finds admission and plea is voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. In 21 CF 2024, the court's going to reinstate probation with the original terms and convert remainder to community control with GPS monitor, comply with all registration requirements within 48 hours of release, $100 cost of prosecution, waive cost of supervision, and then 24 CF 291, judge guilty, 12 months community control with GPS monitor, $100 cost of prosecution, 415 court costs, waive costs of supervision, and is concurrent with 21 CF 2024.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else?
Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank
Judge,
you.
Is there a cost with a GPS monitor? Dollar a day.
GPS will be $1 a day, Judge, and remain in custody till GPS is attached.
Yeah,
Thank you, Judge. That concludes
Thank
my
you.
business this morning. Have a good day.
thank you.
And pursuant to the administrative order that I was advised of, $1 a month for the first step fund.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pay $1 a month now to,
Every probationer.
yeah.
You understand that?
One,
It is a non-violation.
okay,
If it's not paid.
yeah. All right,
Thank you, Judge.
$1 a month, so,
On dollar to death.
I'll go call her, Your Honor.
what was your case, Mr. Switek? I forgot. It's what? Yeah. You have clients?
Your Honor, I have one more. I had done a waiver because I live in Michigan. We could just address that one.
All right.
So that would be page 12, number 28 on the docket, Joshua Pellegrino, 18 CF 2981, 18 CF 2983. We're going to enter a denial. I'd asked to put this on for the end of March. That way, he lives in Michigan. That way he can make his arrangement to come down here to turn himself in because the state has made an offer, which I believe he will
I think that gentleman, if I recall, drove from Michigan. He found out there was some warrant he didn't know about. He drove from Michigan, turned himself in, and I got contacted by the first appearance judge, and I said, just ROR him.
Yes, sir.
That's the guy.
That is the
Okay,
same one.
March 28th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does that take care of everything except Mr.
Judge, I had a William Jackson on for a bond hearing.
William Jackson? I thought we
Yeah.
did Mr. Jackson. We don't have,
All right, I don't know why.
we had a couple of Jacksons, didn't we, today already?
Yeah, but I don't have William
You
in
didn't
mind.
have, no, William, Michael Jackson,
Oh,
Jr.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson's not on our docket today.
All right, Judge.
Maybe we can get him on March 4th or something.
I'll look into it. It may have been on there, or I may have had
All right.
it as a mistake, Judge.
I actually have him, Your Honor, among my cases. Because he said William and it didn't sound. This is Michael Lynn Jackson.
Okay, what
Is
about it?
that the one, Mr. Williams, you're talking about?
Is it for a bond hearing today?
I don't know, I have the file.
We'll bring him back, we'll bring him in March 4th.
That's fine, Judge.
He's out on bond?
That may be where the disconnect is, Judge.
All right, well, if he's
Yeah, it
out
would
on,
be
he
Michael
probably
Lynn
doesn't
Jackson.
want to appear before me. He may get revoked or
It
something.
looks like the notice.
It just, I'm working off, I think, an older clerk docket.
I got you.
And that's what I pulled files.
All right,
for.
no problem. No problem. All right, so what we got? Mr. Switek.
Your Honor, this is Paul St. Ange in 21 CF 2737 and 22 CF 302. I believe I've got an agreement with the state. I need to tidy it up. And I also have his new law violation with an agreement to run concurrent. So can we bring Mr. St. Ange back on March 7th?
Yes, let me make sure. Yeah, we can bring him back on March 7th.
Okay, at 9?
Yeah,
Okay.
all right, thank you.
All right, I'm going to come talk to you. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. What else we got this morning?
Tim Gibbs is 7.
You have these people, you have mostly on Kilburn? Yeah. Okay, Kilburn.
Tell them we're ready to go. Ms. Basso, are you handling the, do we have a Jarquez Drake hearing this afternoon? Oh, Ms. Leon?
Case, Judge.
Do we have a hearing on Jarquez Drake?
We do have a hearing so far. I'm waiting for Ms. Dudley to give me some information. We may cancel it. I don't know yet.
Okay, well, and then what about, and Mosley's canceled, and what about a Daniel Kilburn?
That's this afternoon with Mr. Russell, Judge.
Yes, sir, and I was trying to reach out to Mr. Russell about that case, that motion may be withdrawn, but I did.
Oh, yes, this is the hearsay thing, okay. All right, Mr. Gibbs, you ready to go?
I'm ready on my inmates, Judge.
Okay,
We did want to address Mr. Alvarez Ruiz, Judge. We had set him for next week. We'd actually like to put him for Thursday. The state made a time-served offer. I think we can get it resolved then.
all right.
They said,
Or
they were gonna bring it back
If
this
we can bring him
afternoon.
back, please. Oh,
Oh,
fantastic.
it's
Let's-
here.
We may need language line, Judge. I don't know the extent of how much exactly he needs an interpreter. But we'll handle Mr. Brown. This is Chad Brown, Judge, 23 CF 2214. Judge, we're here for a motion to reduce or modify Mr. Brown's bond. He's been in jail, Judge, since September 26, 2023. Currently, he has a $75,000 cash professional bond total across his charges. He is unable to make that bond, Judge. He is, of course, entitled to a reasonable bond amount absent a pretrial detention hearing. Judge, he does have some mental health concerns and some mental health issues. He is currently competent to proceed. We are seeking mental health treatment options upon, as far as while he's in jail. He also has other options that he's looking into if he were to be released. He's, of course, amenable to mental health pretrial supervision. He's lived in the area for 10 years. He would reside here in Crestview and on Chestnut Avenue. He also is considering entering the Phoenix House program upon his release without being ordered to do so as part of any sort of sentence. He is unemployed, but he does have his CDL. He believes he can have a job lined up with the Goodwill here in Crestview. He does have his GED. I don't believe he has ever failed to appear. And I know the allegations in this case are very serious. He is charged currently with discharging a firearm and shooting a roommate of his twice. It is very serious. We are looking into other mental health concerns as far as that being related to the underlying reasons why he may have done what he did, what he was alleged to have done. Of course, he is working on trying to get his mental health sorted away, so that's why we're asking for a reduced bond so he can try to enter those programs.
The state believes that the current bond, the way it's set, based on the amount of evidence that we have, the participation and cooperation of the victim, it's more than appropriate. It's only $75,000. He's facing a felony that is punishable by life,
Yeah, that's a,
and the offer
that
is
bond-
20 years in prison.
that bond is reasonable, especially the allegation he shot somebody, and it's a danger to the community, so I'm going to leave the bond the way it is at this time.
Understood, Judge. I believe he should already be set for pretrial next cycle.
Thank you.
If not, we'd like to put him there.
All right, he's got a 20-year offer. Thank you.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Jameer Crenshaw. Judge, this is 23 CF 2841. I believe we have reached an agreement. If I may just have him go over that and sign it.
All right.
Mr. Mason is here for this. Yes, thank you.
Listen, you
And
got
Mr.
a
Mason is
response on
Yes, Your
that.
Honor. We're good. We're good to go.
That's what
We can bring that gentleman back
Yes,
this
Your Honor, I believe
morning.
Mr. Williams is filling out the plea form now.
Mr. Newton?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
If we can. If I may approach, Judge.
all right.
Score sheet included, no objection.
All right, you're Jameer Crenshaw?
Yes, sir.
All right, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for this court's the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to, in 23 CF 2841, enter a no contest plea to domestic violence battery by strangulation, a third-degree felony, tampering with witness, a second-degree felony, and another tampering with witness, second-degree felony. A no contest plea to those charges, correct?
I'm sorry, Judge.
No contest plea to those charges, correct?
Do you want to enter no contest plea to take that offer, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? They're listed in this form.
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work that Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
You did an awesome job.
Court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. Going to give you withheld adjudication, right?
It is a withhold, Judge. I had mistakenly hit adjudicate earlier, checked that box. However, the original offer from the state was a withhold on all.
Withhold adjudication, 36 months probation concurrent on each count, $100 cost of prosecution, $867 court costs, $150 PD fee. Take the batter's intervention program, no contact with Michelle. Is it Michelle?
Should be Madison Culver, Judge.
Madison Culvert?
Apologies for the handwriting.
Culver. So you were looking at 35 years in prison. He got you 36 months probation. So that's pretty awesome, right?
Oh, wow.
Okay, so do your probation and stay out of trouble, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
You just meet with probation, just stay in touch with them.
Waive cost of supervision, and
Thank
I
you.
guess he's got that $1 a month thing, right? Got to pay $1 a month. Waive cost of supervision.
And Your Honor, he was here yesterday, and he's wanting to transfer to Alabama. This gentleman said he'll pay the $100, but just for the court's understanding, have to process the paperwork, and we can't tell him he can leave today.
Yeah, I understand. He's got to wait until Alabama accepts him and
In
all.
our discussions to Judge, we have discussed that he would have to stay here in Okaloosa County unless he gets permission from probation.
All right, yeah.
Judge, now we're on to Mr. Crocker's case. This is Brian Crocker, Judge. Tim Gibbs on his behalf, 24 CF 63, 23 CF 626, 23 CF 2360. Judge, we'd like to put him for next week on 3/7. We're waiting to hear back from Keaton to get that acceptance. I believe that's going to be part of the resolution.
All
so we
right,
just need that acceptance.
March 7th, then. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, we'll get you that. I did speak with Mr. Deal earlier.
He did not like that discussion.
Don't think he did. It was not a fun discussion. He is back at the jail. Well, I would still love to address Mr. Dale's case, Judge, because there is quite a bit of frustration that he and I both share on his case. If the court recalls, on Mr. Dale's case, we had set him for today to do conditional release. We are waiting for Mr. Barnes' signature on that plan. Mr. Barnes did send us the plan, but I don't have his signature on it. I don't know how the court wants to proceed for that, but that would get Mr. Dale out today if we had Mr. Barnes' signature and were able to submit that paperwork.
Where's Mr. Barnes?
He is not in today, Judge.
Could you set it for Thursday morning?
That might be the best that we could do. I mean,
Why is Mr. Dale upset about that?
he would be getting out of jail today, Judge, if Mr. Barnes were here. If the court recalls, the court gave Mr. Barnes a deadline of February 14th to provide us with the paperwork so that we could get the conditional release plans signed and submitted to the court.
Oh.
I don't know what to say, Your Honor. I signed it.
We both signed it.
so-
So did Mr. Dale.
Like, I don't know if he needs to meet with Mr. Dale. Mr. Barnes needs to meet with Mr. See, these are the technical things I don't know. Can we just set it for Thursday morning?
I have no objection to that.
All right, Thursday morning, and, all right, thank you.
So you can get a hold of
Because
Mr. Barnes?
I mean, notwithstanding Mr. Barnes being absent today, I think that's the best we can do.
Is he out of town or something?
I do not know where he is, Judge. All I know is he is not in the office today.
All right, I guess if he's not around.
I do not know where he is. I did speak to pretrial this morning. He's not in the office today.
This lady wants to say something back there.
After this week here, he'll be on the street. That's the thing. He's about to lose everything because of this. Because he ain't doing his job. Making sense. I'm missing work to find out that Mr.
Who's Mr. Barnes work for?
He works for pretrial supervisor. Actually, he works for the court, Judge. He's the forensic mental health
Well,
coordinator.
why don't we just give him a call?
Pretrial tried to reach out to him. He didn't answer, Judge.
And his signature is on what document?
I need his signature on the conditional release plan, Judge.
He needs to approve it?
He drafted it, sent it to us, but we still need his signature on it.
We got pretrial services. Who's his supervisor?
I will find out, Judge.
Call his supervisor, and then he can call Mr. Barnes and tell Mr. Barnes to get in contact with you, and he can fax a little statement or email a statement saying that he signs off on it so we can get Mr. Dale out.
Sounds like a wonderful plan,
We
Judge.
don't have to be in court. Just get a hold of his supervisor and tell the supervisor the court needs Mr. Barnes to send an email to you and the state saying that this is his plan and he's ready for Mr. Barnes to get out on conditional release.
We'll be working on that today, Judge.
Just send me over a stipulated order.
When Mr. Leone and I had signed it about a week ago or so, or before that, we did email it to Mr. Barnes, requested his signature, and requested him to send it back as soon as possible so that we could simply submit it to the court.
Contact his supervisor
Certainly, Judge.
and tell him that Judge Gonteric says, respond.
Absolutely, Judge. Thank you.
You're his sister?
I am.
So
I
that,
work for the school board and I can't miss some work just to come.
I appreciate it. I understand. Well, we'll see what we can do about that today, okay? Tell Mr. Dale that we're working on it still. And not to get angry with Mr. Gibbs. Okay.
No, Mr. Hill is awesome.
All right, well, tell Mr. Dale we're working on it, okay?
We'll be
Okay.
doing that today, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Kyle Fitzwater, Judge. This is 23 CF 2810. He also has 24 CF 341. I believe we've reached a resolution today. I just want to review that written plea with him.
All right.
So you still want to do that today? Okay.
Mr. Barry?
It's not a bad deal. It really isn't. It sucks.
The score sheet? I put them on the table.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
All right, this is Kyle Fitzwater.
Yes, sir.
And 23 CF 2810, 24 CF 3,
That's what you came to.
4, is it 341 or 391? 391 or 341?
I'm sorry, Judge. The case number is 23 CF 2810 and 24 CF 341.
4. Okay.
Sorry, Judge. Atrocious handwriting.
All right, Mr. Fitzwater, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for us court's the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. In 23 CF 2810 and 24 CF 341, you want to admit that you failed to register both, there's 3 counts, and they're all third-degree felonies, so failed to register on the sex offender requirement? You want to plead a no contest to that?
Ultimately, he's pleading to the first charge, Judge. The other 2 are going to be dismissed for this.
Oh,
plea.
I got you.
Yes.
I didn't get
Yes,
that
Your
far
Honor.
down.
That's
Okay,
okay.
so you want to plea on 23 CF 2810 to just one of those counts, and the others 2 are going to be dismissed, correct?
That's the plan, Judge, yes. That's the
All right,
agreement.
okay. Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form? Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea? You aware of the rights you're waiving?
Yes, yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
Sir.
The court finds the plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. On count 1 in 23 CF 2810, you're sentenced to 30 months Department of Corrections, credit for time served, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 PD fee, all costs to collections. Count 2 in that case, and in 24 CF 341 are going to be dismissed by the state, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and he's
That would-
adjudicated guilty on that one case. Credit for time served. How much time you done?
29
It's-
days, roughly.
It's a relatively new case.
One
He had-
month.
He had bonded out
1 month.
and.
All right, I got it. Well, they give you, I think, 15% gain time as soon as you walk in the door. I'm not mistaken, but.
Because it's a failure to register it as a sex offender, I'm not sure how much gain time he will
Oh,
actually
yeah.
get.
Well,
because of those changes last year.
Just, when you get out, study those requirements.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
They're pretty
won't lie, I
detailed
Signed
and,
them and never actually fully read them. That's on me.
Yeah, just make sure you read them because they do these sweeps periodically. They round up, I signed about 10 or 15 arrest warrants a month or so ago. So make sure you understand that, and if you have a problem, get with, your people in prison or something, or sheriff's office when you get out. Now, what do I need to do to make sure I don't mess up on this registration? Now, you just even something like if there's a different car in your driveway, you got to report it. That's not even yours, I think. It's so.
Yeah, that's one of the charges I didn't know.
Yeah,
That was my
it's kind of,
grandmother's
it's
car.
really, yeah, someone parks a car in your driveway, you need to report it, and even though it's not yours or something like that, okay?
It can
Yes,
get
sir.
very, very strict and very convoluted.
All right, thank you. All right,
I'll go to collections. You can talk to the clerk about that.
Geiger.
afterwards. Okay, yeah. And Judge, score sheet for Mr. Fitzwater.
All right.
Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Gregory Geiger. Judge, this is 22 CF 2274, 22 CF 2713. Judge, we'd like to set him for next Thursday, the 7th, as well. We're working on treatment options. He does have a 24-month suspended sentence, so we're seeing if we can try any negotiations. as
All
well.
right, March 7th. Thank you, sir.
I'll see you before then.
Your Honor, you sentenced Mr. Crenshaw just
Yeah.
now, and one of those conditions would have no contact with the victim. He's advising us that he has a kid with the victim. And I didn't want.
No violent
something to
contact.
happen
Thank you,
to
Judge.
that when, if they go.
I got you, no violent
If
contact.
they have a different.
Well, Your Honor, I don't, I'm sorry. At the very least, we would have to hear the victim. I don't have information from the victim.
All right, well, no contact until we have some kind of
And
hearing.
of course, I'm sure that there are some provisions for him to see his children. He has a right to see the children, and they can do so through the third people out.
Talking
So
parents.
you have mine third.
Your Honor, may I speak?
All right,
I am the victim's grandfather. He's like a son to me. I'm gonna make sure he got a place to stay and the job. The child is my grandchild. They're gonna get a divorce. The divorce court will give him visitation.
yeah,
No, he don't have to see her. He's not gonna be living with her.
Well-
I've got a place for him to stay.
well,
We
see,
just-
we don't want to get him in a situation where he inadvertent, we don't want to hit one judge saying he can't, and another judge saying,
One of
You
the things
can.
that we've done before, Judge, when I practiced law with Shelter House doing injunctions, one of the things that came up a lot when children were involved was we would say, contact about the children only, something like that, contact about the children only, and then only contact is allowed by, say, a Chapter 39 court or a divorce court.
Supervised visitation.
Well, we cannot impose that because it's not a family court, Your Honor,
Yeah.
because the children are not victims.
right, I don't have jurisdiction over the kids.
Otherwise, I did discuss with him, because the
May
offer
I
was no
suggest,
contact.
allow third-party communications only concerning the children
No objection.
until there is a custody order.
All right,
No objection.
all right, do that.
Beautiful.
All right, we'll do that. I'm modifying it to do that.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Just want to make sure he understands. All right. Your Honor, Tim Gibbs on behalf of Austin Geis. Judge, this is 23 CF 2533, 23 CF 2535. I believe we have reached an agreement.
All right.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
That's still what you want to do? Just sign right there for me, please.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, as Mr. Geis is signing his written plea, this is for those, a violation of probation on those two case numbers. Today's date, please. Judge, he currently, the violation came from a new misdemeanor. He does have a bond on that. He should be able to bond out, so we're not worried about that. We did see that he has a hold for Santa Rosa County. However, a bond is attached to that, and as well as, I believe he's also resolved that with a time served deal, so he should be able to bond out today. If I may approach, Judge.
Well, I don't have any problem, but I can't change what Santa Rosa County's
Oh,
done.
if I may speak, Your Honor, I just came back from Santa Rosa last week.
And all I wanted to do, Judge, was put that on the record. He's relying on that experience, that information as far as putting in his plea, Judge.
Yeah, I had signed time served. They dropped the DUI. They had dropped the disorderly conduct and DUI. I got time served on driving with suspended license, reckless driving, and
Well, I'm sure the jail will check it out and let you out. I mean, they don't want you there. I mean, the jail don't want anyone here more than 1 minute than they're supposed to.
yes, sir.
Okay, so, and I have no problem with you getting out, but I can't, if there's some issue with Santa Rosa County. That's got to be done through Santa Rosa County.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
if everything's worked out for you over there, then you should probably get out today.
He should be able to bond out on the misdemeanor today, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, this,
Yes, I have it. It's in there.
this is Mr. Geis, okay, 23 CF 2533 and 23 CF 2535. And you want to, Mr. Geis, would you please raise your right hand to be sworn?
Yes, sir.
You swear the testimony you give for is course true, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
You want to admit that you violated probation?
That's
You
the
want to
judge
admit?
To accept that deal.
Yes, sir.
You can put your hand
Oh,
down.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Did you read and sign this violation of probation plea agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this plea?
Yes, sir.
Anyone force you or threaten you to enter this admission?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Gibbs has done for you on your case?
I am, sir.
Court finds admission freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. In both cases, the court's going to reinstate probation, complete the original requirements, $100 cost of prosecution, $150 PD fee, abide by a injunction, I guess.
There
that's
was
in
an
a-
injunction, Judge, that he allegedly violated in a misdemeanor case. That's the only other thing that's.
All right, and adjudicated guilty, and then waive cost supervision, and but you got a $1 a month, $1 a month fee. They've just started out with. You got to pay probation.
Yes, sir.
That's new. We'll look into.
So, okay, and I guess you will be out today, and
He should be able to bond out today, Judge,
you'll
yes.
just
Yes,
get
sir.
with probation there and just stay out of trouble. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, just so we don't have any confusion, Mr. Geis was placed on community control with me, and I think he went about a week.
Yes, sir.
He had a no trespass at 108 Banner Court. That's where the
Injunction.
injunction is from, that his girlfriend lived. Are you wanting to go back there?
Oh, to my knowledge, I mean, it's been put into with the state of the dismissal, because I got a violation because
Are
I
you
did.
saying they're trying to dismiss the injunction on the
What
5th?
happened
Yes.
is he has a separate court that has an injunction against 108 Banner Court, that has an injunction against his girlfriend. We have, our condition says no trespass at 108 Banner Court.
Right.
So he's got two courts kind of after him. I don't know where he lies with that injunction court right now. I have no idea what they've done. But I need him to understand, and I need
The judge.
the court to kind of
Yes, sir.
advise him that, hey, until something goes on
dismiss.
over there,
Yes.
then he can't go. back
Yeah,
over there.
until that injunction.
Yes, sir.
Until the judge that issued the injunction or dismisses or whatever says you can go over the 108 Banner Court, you can't go over there,
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
Just so I can be candid and forth and upright with the court, when he told me I want to go to 108 Banner Court, I had no idea. I mean, I really didn't. I said,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, you can't-
I've seen him at that address 2 or 3 times.
Well, don't do that.
He was
Some,
complying. We just didn't know he wasn't supposed to be there.
you'll have to ask the judge that entered the injunction whether you can,
I believe they have court next Tuesday on the 5th to
yeah,
address that,
just ask
Judge.
that.
Yeah, to be dismissed. But, yeah.
They'll have a
Tuesday?
hearing on that next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, just,
Give me that address.
what judge is that? Judge?
I believe Judge Overlease and Judge.
It's overly.
Judge just ask Judge Oberleisen ask Judge Oberleisen permission,
Yes, sir.
okay? Tell him what
can address
happened
that in
and
your hearing.
what happened here. Okay, thank you. Don't, till you
then,
get,
don't.
Judge Oberleisen says you can do it,
Don't go.
don't go.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not giving you permission. It's up to it's Judge Oberleisen. He's the judge that has the authority to do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Good luck. Okay, great.
I got Brian Crocker's,
Your Honor, Mr. Alvarez is going to require an interpreter. I know we brought him back because he has a time served deal to get out of jail today. I'm happy to do language line if the court wants to do that way. but we need some kind of interpreter.
All right, we've got an interpreter here. All right, since it's a time served, this is, what was his name?
Gerardo Alvarez Ruiz.
Mr. Ruiz, let's see. You have no objection because of an unusual circumstance, Mr. Gibbs, to having Ms. Leone help out on the interpretation?
No objection, Judge.
Geraldo Alvarez Ruiz, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Ruiz, would you raise your right hand to be sworn?
La mano derecha, por favor.
You swear the testimony you give for his court's the truth, so help you God.
Dice que tiene a decir la verdad. La verdad, si te pones una pregunta, tiene que decir la verdad. Sí. Yes, he's aware. La Corte quiere declararla culpable de un delito menor y tiene que pagar solamente una costas judiciales de $270 y puede salir de la cárcel hoy. Si acepta ese... 270, pero no tiene que pagar hoy. Puede pagar en 90 días.
90 días.
Sí.
Okay.
Tiene 90 días de pagar las costas. ¿Está bien?
Está bien.
He agrees to take the offer of court cost and withhold of adjudication and the court cost to a misdemeanor, which would be $270. And he's going to have 90 days, Your Honor, to pay for it.
I was following along with Ms. Leone there on my own phone with my own translation app. It appeared accurate.
All right, does he
So I have no
understand that
objection.
this could have, is he a U.S. citizen?
¿Tiene el papel para ser a los Estados Unidos aquí? ¿O estás aquí legalmente?
Ilegal.
He doesn't have papers.
You understand this could result in him being
Tengo
deported?
familia aquí.
Comprende que puede ser que tiene problemas de inmigración para ese delito. ¿Comprendes?
Entering this plea could affect your immigration status.
What we're going to do is we're going to get him we're going to bring in Mr., what was his name? What's our interpreter's name? Ryder.
Your Honor, what if I offer to dismiss for payment of the misdemeanor costs, so he doesn't have anything?
And for a plea?
Oh, he will get out of jail.
We'll do a bond and he
He
can pay.
gets 90 days to pay.
Or 90 days to pay.
What are you offering? Just dismiss the charges?
Yeah, for payment of court costs.
So if we give him an ROR, so he can get out, pay, also meet with me.
All right, I'll let him out on his own recognizance, give him 90 days to pay the court costs, and then the charges will be dropped. Is that
works,
right?
Judge. And if we need him back, we'll have an interpreter for sure.
All right, all right, so that should not have an effect on his immigration, is that what you're telling me? Because the
It's not,
charges are
because
dropped?
he's going to be dismissed.
That's what the state wants to do?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I'll speak with him using my translator app over here, Judge, or to the
All
side.
right, so his court costs are $270?
For misdemeanor.
All right, tell him,
I'll get all that to him.
all right, we'll release him on ROR on both counts, or all
Yes.
counts? He doesn't have any hold on anything else, does he? Is there an ICE
Let me
hold or anything?
Let me check if there is an ICE hold, Judge. I know we try not to talk politics in here, but I know that things have changed with the different presidencies we've had since I've been practicing.
Well, I mean, I want to make sure I'm following the law.
Exactly, Judge. He does have an immigration hold, Judge.
Well,
We can't let him out.
Well,
We may have to set him for Thursday.
we'll set him for Thursday, March 4th, I guess, and have
Your
Mr.
Honor, I'm sorry. I'm just going to dismiss, the state is going to dismiss the case. He doesn't have any prior record.
All right, state's going to dismiss the case.
Dismiss the case against you, but you do have an immigration hold.
Tell him.
El caso es cerrado. No tiene-
Desestimar el caso en su contra, pero tiene una retención de inmigración.
So from here on out, you will only have to handle immigration. From here on out, you'll only have to handle immigration. Comprende?
All right, the state's going to drop the charges, and then ICE can deal with him. Okay, thank you.
Immigration will probably come get you.
Next.
I think that's all I have, Judge. I'm going to bring Mr.
All right, don't we have Mr., is it, all right, Mr. Switek? This is Mr. LaRange.
St. Ange.
St. Ange, okay. What you got, Mr. Switek?
Mr. St. Ange is going to sign the plea agreement. And he's going to wrap up all his cases today.
Okay.
The new law violation was 24 CF 267. And the VOPs were 21 CF 2737, 22 CF 302. On the new law violation, he had 2 counts of failing to report change in vehicle registration, both third-degree felonies. On the VOP, he got the VOPs pursuant to the new law violations. He's going to be sentenced, all cases, all charges concurrent. It's a downward departure for uncoerced plea. We would revoke and terminate probation in 21 CF 2737 and 22 CF 302. He'd be resentenced to 2 years CC and 3 years probation, 5 years suspended sentence in that case. In the new law violation, 24 CF 267, he would receive 2 years CC and 3 years probation with a 5-year suspended sentence.
Okay.
St. Ange, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you understand the rights that you're giving up?
Yes, sir.
Would you please raise your right hand to be sworn? You swear the testimony you give for is course of truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I didn't hear if Mr. Switek mentioned that a GPS is required.
GPS is required, we'd ask for $1 a day.
Other than that, that's the state's agreement, and Ms. Bliss is getting the court exclusion.
His probation goes waived. All right, this is 2024 CF 267. 2 counts of failure to register on sex offender charge. 21 CF 2737, a violation of probation, and 22 CF 302, violation of probation. You want to enter admission and a no contest plea to the new charge, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you read and sign this plea and sentencing agreement form?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the rights you're waiving by entering this admission and plea?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter this admission and plea?
No, sir.
Are you under the influence of any medication or drugs that prevent you from knowing what you're doing here today?
No, sir.
Are you happy with the work Mr. Switek's done for you on your case?
Yes, sir.
Court finds the admission and plea is freely and voluntarily entered. Court accepts it. All cases, all charges are to run concurrent. This is a downward departure by an uncoerced plea negotiation. Court's going to revoke and terminate probation in 21 CF 27,
37.
is it 67 or
37.
37? Yeah, 27, I got you, 27, 21 CF 27, 37, and 22 CF 302, and also, and sentence you to 2 years community control and followed by 3 years probation for 5 years and 5 years suspended sentence with Department of Correction in all cases, all to run concurrent with each other and each count. And that is also, that's the same sentence on 2024 260 CF 267, the 2 counts of failure to register also, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
I'm going to add that because you didn't add that down here. 2024 CF 267. So that's the same sentence on all cases, all counts, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
2 years community control, followed by 3 years probation, 5 years suspended DOC sentence on all cases concurrent. GPS monitor, is that right?
Yes, required by statute.
Monitor and the lowest possible daily charge on that. And $1 a month on the new charge. And standard costs and standard fees and costs, correct?
Correct.
Adjudicated on all cases, all counts. Correct? Yeah. Okay, well, good luck to you.
Can we get cost of supervision waived?
Yes.
Until he gets,
I'll waive cost of supervision.
And the GPS is also at $1 a month, right, Your Honor?
It's $1 a month?
I mean, $1 a day.
I was going to say, I thought it was $1 a day.
These
Okay.
dollars are messing me up, man.
All right. All right, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And he has to remain incarcerated until GPS is hooked up.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, let me put on the record for Mr. St. Andrews' benefit. He's now required to, when he's released from jail, to re-register with the Sheriff's Department, even though his address, his home address is not changed.
Yeah, the sheriff's department's gonna have the jail as a temporary.
Yeah. Study that book really, I mean, those requirements, because they're really technical. They'll get you, you know. Okay, thank you.
Judge, can I provide the court with some further information on Mr. Newton's matter?
Okay.
Judge, our office represents the alleged victim in one of Mr. Newton's cases. Jason Waddell, we still represent that individual. That's why we've withdrawn from every single one of Mr. Newton's cases. So I'm going to have to move to withdraw from Mr. Newton. Now, I determined that information after I drafted up a plea agreement for him. If the court wants to do a brief Feretta hearing, and, you know, if the court finds that he's competent to represent himself, you've got a form you can use.
All right, let me have it.
But I can't represent him on it.
But still, state's offers 24 months concurrent on everything, right? DOC, credit for time served?
Yes, sir.
I will point out, I don't think him entering a plea is adverse to our client's interest. So I don't think there's any problem with me giving that order to the, or that
All right.
offer to the court.
All right, we'll have him at 1:30 then. You may want to tell him, go over to the jail and tell him that he's just going to represent himself to enter this plea real quick.
Do I have anything at 1:30?
I don't.
Okay, I don't think I do, so, yeah, I can try to slide out there and
Yeah.
see him, although,
I tell you, let Mr. Gibbs do it.
I don't know, Judge, I'm starting to feel a little sick.
Judge, what I don't mind doing is, they're gonna be in lockdown till 1 anyway. I don't mind coming
Starting at
back at 1:30.
All right.
If I
Just
can.
someone tell him, look, he's going to represent himself.
Yeah.
One of
And
us
I'm
will
gonna-
explain it to him.
I'm going to
Judge.
give him 24 months, and he can go down like he's desperately wanting to do. So, okay.
We'll get it done.
That new case on there? Okay.
You're fine. You got other cases this morning?
We still have the Drake cases happening. Silver's still.
That would probably be theirs.
I don't think Kilburn needs to be here, right?
Okay, Judge, I just spoke with Mr. Russell. He's gonna be here at 1:30.
I will, well, I
At that
gotta,
point, I'm
essentially
gonna
gotta pop back.
withdraw that motion, so he knows it's not going forward.
I'll be able to grab his
Okay.
file. Here, text it to me, text him, text me his name.
May wanna discuss
I
whether
can
or not
try to
we're
get over
right
there
to go
before count.
forward since he's here anyway.
All right, thank you.
So we'll bring Kilburn over.
I believe so, yes,
He's
please.
gonna have to represent himself, so please.
Drake, Kilburn, and you will be
Yeah.
back at 1:30.
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about conflict.
Yes.
He's gonna represent himself.
Oh, well, it's-
Oh, this